Philly Sports Guys. I'm Pete. This is Aaron. You already know. It's the third October episode.
Yeah, we're moving away, turning away.
Yeah, chill in the air. A little rainy outside, 50 degrees.
You got a sweater on, Mr. Rogers. I like that.
I got my little Mr. Rogers.
Beautiful day in the neighborhood. Hey, man.
Would you be mine?
Would you? Classic.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Look. So we're gonna hop right into it. You know, football
NBA.
season is heavy. Almost halfway through the season since week 7.
Yes.
But we're gonna kick it off with NBA. Opening night is Tuesday.
Yes.
Real quick before we jump into the slate of games that's going to be popping off on Tuesday, give it early. This is the roundabout predictions. I think it's a no-brainer. I think it's going to be Cleveland and Golden State again.
Yeah.
Now, if hopefully Kevin Love can get more and adapt to the offense of Tyronn Lue with a full prep season underneath his belt, knowing that he's in control coming off the championship win. Cleveland is flowing. You got the Indians in the World Series. We'll get to that later, but I just really don't. I mean, it's already.
It's a done deal. Cleveland,
Yeah,
Golden State.
Cleveland, Golden State, unless Golden State gets hurt. I know Cleveland's gonna come out the East.
That's what's looking like. I totally agree with you. I mean, the writing's on the wall. The NBA wants it. Everyone wants it. I don't know, man. It's just I see that Golden State team and I get kind of upset every time I see it because I see them at 35.
It's the weakest move that's ever been done. By anybody
I
on
know
that
a lot of
level.
people keep saying, well, LeBron did it, but no, LeBron didn't face off a team in the NBA Western Conference Finals, okay, and have them down 3-1, lose the series, and then say, okay, I'm going to the opponent's team.
Right.
LeBron didn't do that. And
it's weird.
I mean,
it's weird that happened. It would have been like LeBron the year that the Magic outed him. Right before he left, right before, and then him going to the Magic.
Yeah, I mean, and listen, I know the league is different. It's not like when you and I was coming up when Magic Johnson would go. You know, Magic Johnson, he was a fierce competitor.
Yes.
Larry Bird, they were all fierce competitors. They wanted to play each other. They couldn't during the season. They couldn't talk to each other.
Right.
You know, I know the one time the Magic they did a Converse commercial together. And Larry went over. Magic went over to Larry's house, and they were good friends. And Mom cooked for him. And then so Magic the next year was like, all right, we're cool. Larry said, no, we're not cool. No, we're opponents. This is what we do. And so the era is different. It's different now. So now I don't know, man. It's hard to see that him in that blue and gold. And
I mean, look, they still got to do camaraderie.
Yeah.
Hopefully injury free. But look, I mean, I think it's gonna be Cleveland Golden State at the end. Rookie of the year, I'm going to go with Chris Dunn out of Minnesota. I think he's going to do his thing unless old JoJo can stay healthy.
JoJo
Embiid.
Yeah, you know what? That's interesting because he is technically a rookie.
He's technically a rookie.
And last night, 18 minutes. That's incredible, man. I mean, I know it's preseason, but
he made Hassan. People don't realize how big this kid is, man. Like,
he's huge.
He made Hassan Whiteside look like a small forward.
And listen, the fact that he's got touch on the shot, he can shoot the jumper.
You can tell each game in the preseason he's getting more and more confident.
You can see the
rust is coming off.
Yes.
And then, because I mean, he was hitting some faded, some jump backs in the lane, some sliding shots, catching a couple. So that's not really what you expect the big man to be able to do. But then the other things that you expect the big man to do, to get a put back, run the lane, catch a oop, to be able to catch on a run. And just keep the ball high and lay it up, and he can shoot.
I mean, the sky's the limit. I mean, look at Sarr. Sarr's hit a couple jumpers out there. I mean, the sky's the limit for the Sixers. But, I mean, as far as the rookie of the year, Chris said that was a good pick. That was a nice pick. I like to see, I mean, I'm a Dookie. I'm a Dookie fan, so I want to see what Ingram's going to do. I mean, I'm going to throw it out there. It's a bold prediction.
It's a bold prediction.
It's a very bold prediction. But I want to see what he's going to do. I want to see what he's going to do. Now, they had a poll this week. I didn't get to tell you about this. The GMs ranked everything. The best player, who the best shooting guard is. Surprisingly, James Harden was the best shooting guard. Best shooting guard in the league, James Harden.
Well, that's because Steph is a point guard.
Right. Well, James Harden was the best shooting guard, but they picked, which is really weird, they picked him to come out of 8th out of the Western Conference.
Because they don't play no damn defense.
They're horrible.
And now they got
D'Antoni.
You know he don't coach no defense. No. But that offense is going to be prolific.
The offense is going to be probably one of the best in the league.
Yes.
But we'll see. I mean, the league is very intriguing. I mean, the East, I mean, there's so many teams out there, you kind of got to say, okay, they're all on the same level, but it's going to be interesting. But the team that I'm going to actually say is a sleeper is Indiana Pacers. I mean, they put it together this year, man. Quietly, Larry Bird is churning it over there. He's bringing Thaddeus Young. He's bringing Al Jefferson.
Right.
They still got Monte Ellis. They still got Paul George. They traded for Jeff Teague. So that's a team that could be in that second or third spot that you might want to watch out for. How about you? What team?
I'm actually going to go with the New York Knickerbockers.
Oh.
Knickerbockers.
Now that's depending on if Rose stays healthy.
That's if Rose stays healthy, or Melo, Porzingis, and I just think that now you have a true point guard with Melo, who somebody can play off of. I mean, I know he had Chauncey Billups in Denver. Also had what's his name, Andre Miller as well. But now Melo could really do his thing. Porzingis in his second year, and the maturation with his game, and then with D Rose having that chip on the shoulder, just beat the case under some extreme circumstances.
That was really bizarre, man. We discussed that, man.
That's really bizarre.
That whole situation.
So now that's put behind him as well. I mean, obviously the Warriors are the Warriors. I mean, if I had to pick a sleeper out of the West, I mean, I don't know if it's considered a sleeper per se, but somebody that's a team that I think that's going to be, I'm really interested to see. I mean, they are my West team, and that's the LA Lakers. I mean, I like Luke Walton, I like Going Young, I like Russell, I like Randall, I like Ingram.
When you say sleeper, do you think they'll make the playoffs? Do you think they're
I don't think they'll make the playoffs. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I know a lot of people haven't picked them when like between 25 and 30 games. I think it'll be a successful season for them if they win plus 30 games, and I think they could possibly do that. I mean, obviously with our Sixers, they did commit now. We saw it. Ben Simmons is slated to come back in January,
which is a good thing.
Which is good. So he wants to play. And then we've seen it with Sarge. We haven't seen Bayless yet. We've seen Gerald Henderson.
Well, they're saying there's some type of moves that's going to happen. As you heard,
Nerlens Noel is out.
Nerlens Noel is going to be out. And to be honest with you, I'm predicting right now, when he does come back, they're going to trade him.
They may trade him in his recovery.
They may trade him. However, the kid from Duke, he's a Dookie, of course, from Minnesota. I can't remember. His name is escaping me right now. Tyus Jones is actually on our radar right now, which I think is a good pickup for us.
Yes.
Because right now we don't have a true point guard.
And I like Tyus Jones because he's a competitor.
Yes.
He does get scrappy.
He
is young. So I mean, pretty much half of the league in the NBA is damn young.
Pretty much. They all come out early. Everyone's coming out early.
So I mean, we've already seen what Joel Embiid can do, and then I think we're gonna have a nice mix because I don't think you'll see Joel and Jahlil Okafor on the floor at the same time. One of them's going to be able to come off the bench, which I think is going to spell Joel's minutes in beginning the first half of the season.
Watch out for Richaun Holmes. That's the name.
That boy can jump out the building.
That's a very intriguing name. Yes, he can jump out the building. He's scrappy. He's got a nice game. Nice
Jeremy Grant got his jumper
16-footer. Yeah. Jeremy Grant's a little better. Listen, the Sixers squad is kept. They're going to be something.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to check them out, not just for the Sixers, but I heard the Wells Fargo Center now has a Shake Shack in the Wells Fargo Center.
Oh, they got a Shake Shack?
Yeah, if you haven't tried Shake Shack, go try it. It's very, very good. So now all I need to make my life complete when I go watch a game is put a Wahlburgers in there as well.
Then you'll be good, right?
That'll be good. But listen, we'll get right into the next topic.
Yes.
I mean, we start off with a quick hits every week. So we'll go to the NFL officiating and ratings. We'll combine the two topics and go together. And I really think, we were talking off camera before we came on, that the ratings are a little bit down. Yes, for the Kaepernick thing as well. I understand that, the kneel for national anthem. But this is just my view.
Okay, go ahead.
It's a bad product. And then when you have a bad product when it comes to the teams, there's so many mediocre teams, everybody's coming to level playing field. So from week to week, you don't know, all these games can hinge on one or two plays. But besides that, it's just too much yellow out there, too much laundry on the field.
I mean, listen, and I was saying to you, 22 penalties in a Monday Night Football game, Jets and Cardinals, 22 penalties.
Which David Johnson's a freaking monster.
Oh, listen, I was on him. I remember watching him against Iowa.
Was it Valdosta State, right?
No, Northern Iowa. I remember that game, and I said, this kid is going to be serious. He had 232 yards against Iowa at Iowa.
Because listen,
at Iowa.
Monday night, I'm winning in two of my fantasy leagues by over 30 points. Why lose?
David Johnson.
Damn David Johnson. Now, real quick, I'm gonna try to keep the show structured today. But it was an interesting topic that I heard on ESPN. Mike and Mike, shout out to you guys. You guys are the GOATs. You set the standard, the platform, and give them the passion to do what me and Aaron do.
Absolutely.
They said if you could redraft the 2015 draft, where would David Johnson go?
Definitely first round. I would say top 10 right now. I mean, listen, I was high on him. When I saw that game, I saw him against that Iowa game. I said, listen, this guy's gonna be still. And I actually wanted us to pick him up, but we didn't do, of course.
Of course, why would we?
But I would say top 10. I would say top 10.
Top 10. I don't think he'll go. I don't think he would go in front of Mariota or Winston. But it's escaping me who.
Yeah,
maybe he went to Chicago at 7 instead of taking Kevin White, who hasn't gotten on the field
yet. Wasn't on the field at all, really.
And
played, what, 2 games? What,
you know what I mean? Maybe Jacksonville would have took him instead of taking Fowler.
Who hasn't gotten on the field really that much either?
No. So I mean, but David Johnson, man, it's really his team now. Carson Palmer's starting to regress a little bit. Yeah. He's 37 years old.
Larry Fitzgerald's a little older.
I mean, Fitz can still catch it.
Right.
Now,
I want to get back on the officiating ratings. Mm-hmm. And like you said, I mean, you said it best. I mean, it's watered down right now. The league's watered down and mediocre teams. But like you said, the flags, man. I mean, look at our game. I mean, the last game, but the Detroit game. The Detroit game was horrible. I mean, that Pete Morelli. Every time now I hear Pete Morelli, like before it was Ed Hockley. Every time I hear Hockley, I would get upset because I knew we were going to get penalties. But Pete Morelli, he had to call at least that game. I believe we had 114 yards. No, 14 penalties, 114 yards against us. I mean, it's just horrible. And credit to Sean McDonough, ESPN. He actually said it on Monday Night Football. He said, no wonder the league is what it is and the ratings are down because the officiating. So I mean,
the officiating is just bad. It slows the game down. I mean, the number one crack against baseball is the games are too long.
Too long, right? And
now the NFL. I mean, it's still a wide margin of a gap, but I mean, this is not a trend that you want to continue. And then with the Twitter, I mean, a lot of people may try to watch on Twitter, but I tried to watch Thursday night. It was glitchy. It was just so bad. Like, and then it's just between that and then when you had Thursday Night Football, it's oversaturated market as well.
I think it's too much football. I think.
Did we say that?
Nah, we didn't. We used to like it, but now it's just. And then you know what?
It was a good spot.
It was, but now it's the games. I think the opponents like. Next week is the Titans and the Jags. I mean, all due respect all to the fans out there, I don't want to see the Titans and the Jags.
Yeah, no disrespect.
No disrespect, but I don't want to see them. If they would have had a game like the Giants and Eagles or the Ravens and the Steelers.
Remember how it first started? Remember when we first started like Thursday night games? So you got there was no Thursday night games.
Right.
Then you got to Thanksgiving, and then from that point
on, they started doing them.
Yeah, it was like 6 or 7 games. I love that.
They should incorporate that because
I love that.
Because right now the fans are interested in the game. You know, they're really because they're full invested. The playoffs are coming, so the interest is more. So I mean, that would be something. That would be something to do. You know.
Right. So now speaking to what it does take forever. I mean, I think the latest NLCS games were averaging 4.5 hours. Oh my God.
Yeah, I spot watch. I watch for certain spots. I just can't. It's just too long.
I'm really torn. I mean, Cleveland's in,
which is a good thing.
Cleveland's in. This is a good thing for the
60 years. They haven't won 60 years as far as
first time back to the World Series in 1997.
Right.
Lost Game 7 against Florida. I still remember.
Jose Mason
choked. Edgar Renteria. Who scored? No, was it Craig Counsell?
It was Craig Counsell
that got the hit. Yeah. Or did he score?
I believe he scored off.
He scored.
Yeah.
He scored. So they're back in it, and now this is the thing. This is where you run into this problem to where you're on a roll as a team. You won 8 out of 9 games in the postseason. You want to keep playing. You're not really hurt. You're very healthy. Andrew Miller is ridiculous right now out of the bullpen. Now you're just sitting here waiting.
I mean, as far as the Knicks and bruises is kind of good, but I mean, is that fire? I see what you're saying. Is that fire going to
that momentum?
But I think right now the way Tino's got those, Terry Francona's got them boys playing right now, I don't think it even matters. I just think right now the MLB, and they need the ratings bad, wins if it's the Cubs and the Indians. That's the best. I mean, because it's the perfect.
Well, this is the Cubs and anybody else.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is this right now, this is the perfect ending. This is what they want because storm. You know, you want
potential for a perfect storm.
It is because, listen, you're talking about over 100 years for the Cubs and over 60 years for the Indians.
Yeah.
So right now, this is as far as MLB ratings, this is a dream for them.
Now, to take it to tonight, Game 6 in Wrigley, Chicago, LA, and listen, I'm gonna put my mind and I'm gonna channel into a Northside Chicago Cubs fan.
Okay.
Look, I don't want no parts of Game 7. Even if we the best team.
You don't want no parts of it.
Because with the curse and everything else
in
Chicago, you don't want no parts of Game 7, even though this is probably the best. Me personally, this is a way better team than the 2003 team.
Yes, it is.
But
there's that curse. You're right.
There is one person on the mound tonight that's going to have a lot the hell to say about that.
Who's that? Is that Clayton?
That's that boy Clayton Kershaw.
Well, listen, this is why he gets paid the big bucks.
Yeah,
he gets paid the big bucks.
He had that moniker going into the postseason before where he wasn't good, but it was really only a bad outing here,
right.
a bad inning here, a bad inning there.
This year, is it.
This year he's done very, very well. He started, he's pitched on short rest, and he's also pitched in relief. He did that in Game 5 against the Nationals. He came in, got the last 2 outs.
Yes, he did. But this is for all the marbles, man. This is where you make your money. So
yes.
I mean, but honestly, I just see the Cubs winning tonight.
Right, and then the Cubs don't have no. The Cubs may have the potential NL Cy Young winner on the mound tonight, and Kyle Hendricks, who's had an amazing ERA of 1.32 at home. So it's definitely gonna be a low scoring game.
Yes.
But I just think the Cubs have way too much firepower.
It's just the writing's on the wall, man. This is it for them. I mean, and again, like you said, if they don't do it now, then it could be interesting to go back to LA. So that's what I'm saying. I just think this is not only good for them, it's not only good for
it's
fans,
good for the league, man.
But it's good for the league, and the league needs us because right now they're number 3 right now.
But then
all the sports are number 3.
But then we'll have that drop off the plateau when say the Cubs or Cleveland wins it. You know what I mean? Then it's like, what next? Like Kevin Hart, what next?
I got you. Well, I mean, you see what happens. You see if they can repeat. That's what you kind of hope and see if they can repeat. So I mean, we'll see. I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see how everything plays out. I just think for MLB, this is what they really want and what they really.
This is what's best.
Desiring.
I'm gonna give you a WWE quote. Yes, I still watch wrestling, as most of you know.
I gotta get back into it. I keep telling myself, start watching it, but it's so hard because I have a lot of guilty pleasures, and one of my guilty pleasures is reality TV. Unfortunately,
we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that.
I watch like reality TV.
If it's Cubs and Indians, as I will quote Triple H, it's what's best for business. It's not only best for the 2 cities involved, it's best overall for the league involved, and you have revenue sharing.
Yeah.
So everybody's going to win.
Everyone's going to win.
With that being said, we're going to take a break. We got to pay our bills. Shout out to the sponsors. On the other side, we're going to recap Eagles Redskins, preview Eagles Vikings, talk about some the groups, whether it be from special skills from special teams to our skill groups, wide receivers, running backs, defensive line, cornerbacks, and we'll talk about what group do you think is the biggest key in the matchup going into tomorrow's game.
Absolutely.
All right. I'm Pete. This is Aaron, Philly Sports Guys. We'll be right back. Thank you for joining us.
Stub some sizzle. This is the way. The way it's always been. The way it always should be. The way it always will be. Because that's just the way it's supposed to be. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Simply Gents, located in Marlton, New Jersey, takes care of all your grooming needs, including haircuts, straight razor shaves, massages, facials, manicures, pedicures, and waxing. To find more information or book an appointment, visit us online at www.simplygents.com. The secret weapon of a well-groomed man, Simply Gents.
If you haven't been to Speed Raceway, what are you waiting for? You want to live fast? You want to make every second count? Then grab the family. Round up the guys. Speed Raceway is 100,000 square feet of excitement, whether you're a kid or a kid at heart. Speed Raceway is the place for endless fun all summer long. Log on to speedraceway.com or just get here now.
When it's time for Jersey Mike's to make a really great sub, this is what we do. It's what we've been doing. It's what we've always done. It's what we'll always do. So what are you doing? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Today's show was brought to you by Alicia Kelly of White Horse RV Center in Williamstown, New Jersey. Alicia is your RV expert. Contact Alicia at whitehorserv.com or give her a call at 856-262-1717, extension 203. When you think of RV, think Alicia Kelly.
Today's show has been sponsored by Farmers Insurance in Voorhees, New Jersey. To protect your assets and the people you love, call Mike Skoranek, your local Farmers Insurance agent, at 856-336-2553.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Yeah. What's up?
That song?
Huh?
Timber Shoulders?
Lil Duval, yeah, Lil Duval.
Oh, that's right.
Lil Duval. Shout out to Lil Duval, Jacksonville finest, boy. Stand up, big ass lips. But look, welcome back to Philly Sports Guys. I'm Pete. This is Aaron. As we told you on the other side, thank you for rocking with us. We did quick hits as we always do every week.
Good
now
stuff.
We're going to jump right into it. Eagles, Redskins. It's a game that we probably would like to forget because it wasn't like the Detroit game where we really just got outplayed the whole game.
Yeah, but my thing is, and I just got to dive into this real quick. I'm upset about the 14-0. And that's one of the things I said, that we can't get down 14-0 off the rip. And it's like, I don't know if we're not prepared. I don't know what it is. It's like I can't put my finger on to why 2 weeks in a row, 14-0, coming out. And then, I mean, credit to the Redskins, though. I mean, they had an excellent game plan, strong game plan. They ran the ball on us. They kept us off the field.
Yes.
You know, they kept us off the field. In fact, that second quarter, the offense didn't even get on the field the whole quarter.
The offense had, I think they had one series.
I thought it wasn't anything.
It was one series. They had one series.
And it's just like, okay, I know you're gonna bring it up, but Big V. And you know, the first couple plays, I was scared. I said, oh, it doesn't look pretty good at all. But then he kind of got himself together. He got a rhythm. But as far as coaching wise, I mean, if you see the guy and he needs help, chip the guy. I mean, bring a running back in and chip.
That's what they started to do. That's what they started to piggyback off of that. They started to do that in the second half.
Right.
What I didn't like, just speaking of Big B's performance, is when he after the play started snapping the ball, he was backing up and wasn't even engaged with Kerrigan yet, and he was backing right into Carson. So I don't like that. Now, me personally, the tone needed to be set from the first series, and Washington did that. But we helped them in that because we called the pass play the first play of the game.
Right.
If it was me, I would have ran the ball all 3 downs until you get the first down.
Right.
Because that way you get Big V used to going forward instead of back.
Get some confidence going.
Get some confidence going. Get the offensive rhythm going, especially for the running backs. Which up until this point, we swapping our running backs so far.
Have you seen Barton Smallwood? Because I mean,
well, Smallwood had the kickoff return.
But other than that, as far as in the actual offensive series,
right?
I mean, a handful, maybe once or twice a piece. I mean, and what happened to our screen game?
No screen.
We're not running those screens anymore.
This is unlike the Detroit game in the aspect
I understand it, man.
I think they just got outcoached, they got outworked, they got outplayed. And I tell my kids this all the time. You could lose a defeat, you could be outsmarted. I don't ever want you to be outworked. And the Eagles from top to bottom were outworked in that game. As soon as Washington saw the wide 9, they would hit them back with the zone cutback run. You had Rob Kelly, I don't know where he came from. Chris Thompson.
Not R. Kelly. Not R. Kelly. Rob Kelly.
Then you had Chris Thompson was killing us. Matt Jones was killing us.
So
I mean, Deshaun.
And like you said, the gap control was horrible, which I agree with you on that.
They over pursued way too much the linebackers.
Right.
I mean, you know who's the leading tackler? When the leading tackler for the
12 tackles.
Is a safety. It's horrible. That means your 2 front levels of the defense aren't getting it done.
But my problem is with Jim Schwartz. My problem is this. Okay, just because it worked against your strategy worked against 2 or 3 teams.
Right.
Which 2 out of 3 were horrible, and the Browns and the Bears. You can't use the same formula on other teams. You got to mix it up. And what I mean by that is you can't always rush 4. It doesn't work on every team. In case we didn't know, Redskins line is pretty good.
Yeah, you know
they got Shref from Iowa out of the draft.
Yeah.
I mean,
they had some. The
guy on the end.
The biggest part of the Redskins offensive line is their coach. Bill Callahan.
Bill Callahan, yes.
Bill Callahan
He's an offensive line guru.
he had built Dallas's line,
Yes.
which was the best line in the league.
Yes.
You know what I mean? They're just it's ridiculous. I don't want to talk about it.
I mean, listen. The bottom line is, I know you get frustrated. I was frustrated too.
Mm-hmm.
The bottom line is, with sports, back to sports, you just gotta change up.
And he mentioned something like that though.
Yeah, well, hopefully, and he did say it this week, and
Yeah.
hopefully he brings it into the Minnesota game, which we will talk about. But I just want to see more as far as him changing up. And listen, Connor Barwin, and let's keep it real, he's out of position.
Yeah.
He's not a 4-3 down. Put his hand down the line. He's a 3-4 linebacker. Hicks, same thing. He's not a 4-3 linebacker.
You mentioned something about
linebacker.
You mentioned something about that, about rotating the linebackers.
Yeah, I mean, you put Tulloch in the middle, right?
Okay.
And then I'm sorry, Kendricks is not playing well right now. He's horrible. I don't know what it is. Let him sit the bench for a little bit. Think about what's going on. Put Hicks on the outside, the weak linebacker.
Right. Okay.
And let's see what happens.
Okay. Now one thing I do want to speak about, and I've heard this from numerous media outlets and personalities.
Yes.
Jalen Mills and the finger wagging when he got done stopping the play. And you're down. Listen,
you like it?
I loved it.
Okay.
And I'm the complete opposite. You know why I'm the opposite? Is because listen, we sit here from the sidelines and we watch.
Right. Well, that's
football is such a reactionary sport and force that when you stop something, you want it's especially when you're going against Deshaun. He beat you a couple of times. It's a big play. Now the one maybe when Deshaun dropped the touchdown, but listen, he doesn't know the situation in the heat of the moment if he's down or if he's up.
I want to ask some Moxie. I got you.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So like all the people like Eskin and all them out there who says, no, I don't want to see my face. Shut up, man. Like you can't.
Well, he's old school.
But not just him. Yeah. Rob Ellis said it. Glenn Matnow said it. Like, listen, you have to understand, until you put yourself in those shoes,
I agree with you.
And you get caught in that moment, and you go out there and you stop somebody that run 4-3 from catching the pass,
you ball out.
Then you talk. Before that, don't say nothing. You can't have everything expecting to know the situation in the heat of the moment. Oh, we're down 14, or we're down 10, and I shouldn't finger whack. No, man, listen. It's a split-second decision. He does it, whatever. He stops it. I like the boy's skills. Like we said, I like his attitude. I like his moxie. Just the only thing was tone it down a little bit. Yeah. Learn how to play.
And what you'll get.
Yeah.
You'll get that
and play press. Bump him.
Right.
Don't be afraid to bump because you were scared you're going to get beat. That's how you have one of the best safety combinations in the league over top for your help.
Yes,
now,
sir.
Malcolm caught the one, took it back. He should have caught the second one.
Yes, he should have.
He should have caught the second one. But to leave it here with this game, I like some things. I like how having Dorial Green Beckham getting more involved in the offense now.
Me too. I like that as well.
I like that. Carson, you have to check it down. There was about 6 to 8 plays where Ertz was wide open over the middle of the field. And I don't know.
And stop holding the ball so long.
The last 2 sacks was on him.
It's on him. But I want to just talk about this because this is very, very, very dear to my heart right now, and we need to talk about it. Jason Kelce.
Yeah, man.
I don't know what's going on with Jason Kelce, but for the last year, he's been on a milk carton. He's not the same, and I understand he had that big injury.
Man.
He's undersized. He's getting pushed back from here all the way to North Carolina every play, every single play. And then my thing is, I understand your loyalty to him. Peterson, Dougie P, all the other coaching staff, but if it continues to happen, you got to make that change. You bring Wisniewski. 14,
I don't think they like
game
that much. But this is the thing.
No, they actually do.
I'm glad this is
like him.
This is my perfect segue into Eagles Vikings for this week because we'll leave that Redskins game in the past where it belongs. As you heard Jim Schwartz say that he knows he has to coach better. Couple good things. And speaking of Jason Kelce, they actually said they came out and said it's like they really think Seumalo is there to replace Kelce. That's the future. That's the future. Maybe you won't see it this year. Hopefully. But I want to see Big V again, see what he's going to do against Everson Griffith, against Danielle Hunter. He won't see Linval Joseph, thank God. But that's where Kelce comes in.
That's going to be a problem, man.
Linval Joseph is a big dude.
He's 340. He's 340, and he is just churning out on that line, man. We're going to see another game where he's going to be getting pushed back. And my thing is, why you're averaging 2 penalties a game, and every time I see you shaking your head, talking about, I can't believe that happened.
Right.
You're making mistakes. You're doing them.
Side note, did you know, speaking of reality shows, this is what I want to talk to you about.
Okay, go ahead.
Did you know Travis Kelce, his brother, has a reality show?
Yes. On the E! Network, which I didn't catch. I actually looked at it for 1 second.
Jason Kelce was on there a couple episodes.
Yes, he was. He's like
his ass should have been in the weight room.
You said
they should have asked him to weight room and get bigger.
Listen, I don't know about y'all, but I'm in favor of us benching Jason Kelce. And if it continues to happen another game or two, which that Dallas game, which is going to be tough, which we will talk about another time. But
no, hold on.
I just feel right now. I mean, right now, if you really think about the whole grand scheme of things, if you keep seeing somebody. Insanity. What is it? Insanity is the definition of insanity is
doing the same thing and getting the same result.
You keep seeing the same thing over again. This man is getting pushed back. Peter, you seeing it?
Yeah.
I'm seeing it. Keep seeing it. Well, I'm seeing it. Make the change. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah. And then it seems like Kelsey's holds come at the worst times.
Yes.
Plays, momentum shifting plays.
The drive destroyers every single time.
Right. No, but you did say Kelsey was on the milk carton. So my last tidbit for the Eagles-Redskins games before we jump into this week's game is Fletcher Cox.
Yeah, $100 million man.
No tackles.
$60 million guaranteed.
Yeah, I understand. Like you heard Hollis Thomas say, like, look, when you that good of a player, you know you're gonna get the wham play.
Yes.
The crackback blocks, the double blocks, the double teams. You have to be prepared for that.
You do.
You did have to be prepared for that, and then your biggest impact on the game can't be a helmet-to-helmet contact that would turn from a field goal, giving the team a first down in the red zone, and they get a touchdown.
We had a lot of.
That's the thing. The penalties is
killing
us at the worst time,
and they're killing us at the worst time, and they're changing the game at the worst time.
Yep.
I mean, the thing is, I mean, that's a good call. I can't get mad at that, but he's got to be aware of the situation. That was he was throwing the ball. Cousins was throwing the ball away. You don't have to hit him. He didn't have to hit him. He had enough pressure on him where he didn't have to hit him. So
yeah, you heard him say. He says, "Look, the mirror starts in the mirror with me. He had 2 dumbass plays." So
yeah.
Listen, from like you said, everybody in the Eagles staff, all the way down from Howie Roseman to the head coaches, to the coordinators, to the players, to the assistant coaches, doesn't matter. To the 7 guys who don't get dressed during the season are not active. Like, look, I hope you had a good week of practice, because the team that's coming in here tomorrow, them boys on the defensive side, they ready to play. And you can't slot on the offensive side either, because you know Bradford is
Sammy Sleeves.
Is an accurate quarterback. I do not know if Stephon Diggs is playing.
Is he questionable? What is he?
He's questionable. He has a groin injury. This will be the 2nd game he missed. And groins are hard to come back from.
That might be a good thing.
Especially when you're speed. But now the same thing is, I like going into this game the fact that we heard some things that Dorial Green-Beckham has a full knowledge of the playbook now.
Right. They're going to unleash him from what they're saying. The reports are they're going to
unleash him. And then Bryce Treggs, the 4-3 out of Cal, he's been practicing with the starters this week. So you may see him active, and they may deactivate. You won't see him deactivate a wide receiver, but you may see them deactivate a possible running back. Well, maybe they may deactivate Barner, or they won't deactivate Sproles or Matthews. Right. But they may deactivate Barner or Smallwood. But I mean, Barner can return kicks as well. Or if they do a wide receiver, they may deactivate Josh Huff.
As far as the game, back to the game, Minnesota, it's going to be a low-scoring game. I mean, I know we're doing predictions, right? We might as well do it now. It's going to be a low-scoring game. It's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a defensive game. I'm hoping that our defense comes out strong, and that we don't have a 14-0 let up again for the third.
You can't. If you go down 14-0 to this team, is over.
But here's
there's no coming back and tying the game up.
The most important thing of this game, and I'm going to say it now. We got to continue to win on special teams, because to be honest with you, one of our points is going to, and I'm predicting it now, one of our points is going to come from special teams. So if we can first of all, we got to run the ball, and I've been saying this the last couple of weeks. We have to run the ball. We have to be consistent with it. It's not going to work at times. It's going to look ugly because listen, Minnesota's the top defense, top 3, 2 or 3. So it's going to be ugly, but we have to stick to the plan. We got to run the ball. We got to get those guys involved. We got to get the screen pass going, because that rush is going to come up the field. Greg Barr, Linville Joseph,
Anthony Barr.
Anthony Barr.
Man, I can go through
Everson Griffin, all those cats, they're going to come.
Hunter,
they're coming.
Donnell Hunter.
Yeah, they're hunting.
Kendricks.
So the bottom line is, you got to stick to the formula. The formula is this: you run the ball, you throw some screens in there as well, you play good defense, and you dominate on special teams. If we do those things, we win 21-17.
Now, look, I will tell you, I do think this is a winnable game for us, because their offense does not scare me some, and especially getting hit in the mouth. The past 2 weeks and that loss, you want to get that taste out of your mouth. With Sam Bradford, if you get to him, the offensive line, they're missing both their tackles now, so you can definitely attack and get pressure and make it really uncomfortable for Bradford. I will say, you watch out for Cordell Patterson. That's big. Thielen, I think he could be handled. There's really nothing that.
Nobody scares you.
Nobody scares me, but collectively with North Turner being a great offensive mind, I mean, you have Kyle Rudolph, and you have them coming off the bye week. But like, I really believe that this plays a big factor in. You had the bye week. You had a week to really be feeling yourself. 5-0. It's going to take a while for you to stay grounded. So I mean, I think it's a winnable game.
Okay.
What I'm looking forward is what scares me the most. Besides just they having so many playmakers on defense, they play defense as a unit to every level. You have Harrison Smith as a strong safety. The special teams, you have Marcus Sherrills. The past 2 weeks they scored on a punt returner. I think it was punt returns on Marcus Sherrills on the special teams. So Dave Phipp had his work cut out for him.
Yes.
In special teams game planning. But for us, with Treggs coming in, hopefully he's active. With Beckham coming in, it's hard for me to have faith and see where we have the win on our offense versus their defense.
Okay, so what's your prediction as far as score-wise? What do you
like I said, I think it's going to be a low-scoring game, man. I'm looking at like probably 17-10.
Okay.
17-10. I think it's going to be something like that. And listen.
It's gonna be tight,
Philadelphia Eagles, Gang Nation, Gang Green. You have to make Sam Bradford feel uncomfortable.
Sammy Sleeves
from the rip, from the jump.
And listen, we got to get to him. We got to make him feel comfortable. Not only the fans, but we have to, as far as our line. Yes. Listen, Connor Barnes on the milk carton as well. I mean, we got a couple guys on our team.
Connor Barnes going to see. He's going to see a decrease in snaps.
Because Vinny Curry. You got to get Vinny Curry in. But what I'm saying is like, we got to get to him. We got to make him. Now, Brandon Graham at times has stepped up. So this might be one of those games that he does step up and have a big game. He might have a 2-sack game. That's possible.
So let's start it. Who do you think is going to have the biggest impact that we've not talked about in this game? I have mine.
Who?
I'm not going first. You
got yours. Okay. Vinny Curry. I mean, I'm glad you said that. Vinny Curry is one of the guys I think he hasn't got a lot of snaps, and as you said, he's going to get more snaps. I think he's a guy that can come in. He's got something to prove. We pay him a lot of money, so he wants to go out there and prove what he can do. So he's one. I want to see what Connor Baldwin can do. I mean, I know he's getting decreased snaps, but I want to see him do something.
I think I'm gonna spell him a little bit.
But real quick, offhand, I do want to see Jalen Mills do something big for us. Okay. He's been playing well.
We haven't had an interception from a cornerback yet.
Yeah, I want to see a pick from him. So let's see. We'll see what Jalen Mills can do.
For me personally, and I think it's going to be number 95. I think it's going to be Kendricks.
Yeah, because he's been missing.
Not because he's been missing. He had the one bust-through play where he just really reacted. He didn't overthink it. He reacted. He got Jamison Crowder behind the line of scrimmage on a reverse, who really wasn't down. He really wasn't down, but Washington didn't challenge it. I say this because your younger brother's coming here. Listen, boy. You want that Thanksgiving dinner to be
big brother, little brother?
You want it to be on your side, though. You don't want your little brother to sit there and be talking trash at Thanksgiving dinner, talking about he came into your house and outplayed you.
And who's his brother, by the way?
Eric Kendricks.
For the peoples out there.
Eric Kendricks, linebacker from Minnesota.
Okay.
So listen, man, this is Kendricks. You probably the most gifted athlete on the defensive side of the ball that we have.
Yes.
Just get out of your own way, man.
He's thinking too much.
Yeah.
He's thinking too much.
Just get out your own way. Too much. And listen, I mean, really, this is the preview for the game. We haven't even talked about Carson.
Nah, we haven't.
It's like he's to this point now. Like, look, through 5 games so far up to this point. I mean, I can't really say.
I mean, we got a quarterback.
Now, Zimmer is this is the best defense they're probably gonna see all year.
Yeah, he's gonna see a lot of exotic blitzes, a lot of different zones,
a lot of different man-to-man. Looks.
He's gonna see a lot. He's gonna see all the bells and whistles. This is a true test for him.
Yeah.
But I just think he's that dude, man. He's that dude where whatever you throw at him, he's gonna adjust to it. Right. I mean, he's got it, man. He's
and I'm telling you, I like I said, I mean, offensively, I want to see Zach Ertz more involved because he could have had at least 10 catches last week. Yeah. Carson, you got to look for him. You can't look down the field. Do not take the stupid sacks. Can't hold on the ball that long.
Do not put Aguilar in that situation again.
Yeah. I mean, the one pass to Jordan Matthews, Jordan Matthews didn't really have his defender beat. He just threw it to the perfect spot.
Yeah.
You know, and so I mean, if you in this case, don't get me wrong. I know Matthews has been lined up on the outside, but in a game like this, when you have Trey Waynes, you have Xavier Rhodes, you have that level of cornerback play.
Right.
Your best chance of your mismatch is going to be Jordan Matthews in the slot against a nickel corner. because, and I think that nickel corner is Terrence Newman, if I'm not mistaken, or Trey Waynes. But Jordan Matthews
and free safety as well.
Yeah, Jordan Matthews is a great slot corner. He's a great slot receiver. So use that to your advantage. Frank Wright and Doug Peterson and D. Filippo, I hope you put a great offensive game plan together and keep it simple. Keep it simple, stupid. Give Big B some help.
Use the strengths. Use the strength. I mean, like you said, the key is the strengths, man. Right. Getting Sproles out one-on-one with somebody. Getting Sproles. Even Smallwood. Smallwood's one of the guys. He's a matchup nightmare. You know?
So we gave our scores, but we didn't say who was winning.
Well, no, we did. I said I'm going to say us, 21-17. That's what I'm hoping. I mean, listen. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm nervous. I'm nervous about this game because their defense is just that good, man. Their defense.
Like I said,
their defense is good, man.
17-10, and I hate to say
it's gonna be a low scoring game.
I don't think it's gonna be the Birds, baby.
I don't think so either, man. But I mean, even though I predicted this, but realistically, as a football fan, as a realist, I have to be honest and say it's gonna be them. Right. As an Eagles fan, I bleed the green. I want to be us. But
this became a very somber moment right now.
Yeah, because we're feeling that type of way.
Well, it's because we put them on this pedestal.
Now my brother's saying that they're gonna win. He's been saying.
I heard a lot of people say they're gonna win.
My brother's saying. My brother said to me. I talked to him this morning. Shout out to my brother Craig Robbins. He was saying that he knew the Redskins game was gonna lose. He knew the Detroit game was gonna be tough. We may lose that, but he said this is the game that we're gonna win. So we'll see.
Yeah. All right, look, we gotta take another break. On the other side, we're gonna give you our PSG picks as we do every week, college and NFL, and then we're gonna leave some extended time for a very special. You got to go this week.
He's definitely Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
I'm about to get. You know, I was thinking about that. We should get a plaque for the Hall of Famers. Yeah. Like a little picture.
But it's got to be like a rundown plaque. It can't be not something nice.
Yeah, with the picture inside of it.
No, like get a toilet seat and just. Right. All right, man. On that note, we're gonna brainstorm some ideas for the YGTG.
Yeah, we're gonna get together.
Wall of Fame, and then I'm Pete Suzanne, Philly Sports Guys Radio Vision Network. Follow us on Facebook, Philly Sports Guys. Also follow Radio Vision Network on Facebook as well. We'll be back.
Don't leave us
behind. Today's show is sponsored by Hargrove Demolition, your demolition experts. Hargrove is a family-owned and operated business right here in the southern New Jersey area, bringing you 45 years of demolition expertise. Hargrove has all your demolition needs, from emergency demolition service to demolition equipment rental. Hargrove is one of the state-approved recycling facilities right here in the southern New Jersey area. No job is too big or too small for Hargrove Demolition. Contact them today at one of their 3 locations.
When it's time for Jersey Mike's to give a sub some sizzle, this is the way. The way it's always been. The way it always should be. The way it always will be. Because that's just the way it's supposed to be. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
If you haven't been to Speed Raceway, what are you waiting for? You want to live fast? You want to make every second count? Then grab the family. Round up the guys. Speed Raceway is 100,000 square feet of excitement, whether you're a kid or a kid at heart. Speed Raceway is the place for endless fun all summer long. Log on to speedraceway.com or just get here now.
When we make Beyond Natural dry dog and cat foods, we start with real meat as the first ingredient. We leave out corn, wheat, and soy. And we own where our dry food is made. 100%. Can other brands say all that? For nutrition you can trust and your pet will enjoy. Does your food go beyond? Learn more at purinabeyond.com.
Extra Innings is the nation's premier indoor baseball and softball training center, featuring indoor batting cages, 7 multi-use tunnels, and training rooms. Extra Innings can provide professional instruction, private and group lessons, and the best year-round clinics. Along with a nationally recognized pro shop that features the latest and widest selection of equipment and apparel, our experienced staff can provide you with the right instruction and help you find the best equipment for your ability and budget. Extra Innings, where the game never ends.
Today's show has been sponsored by More Than Gifts. Come see our new location in Marlton, New Jersey. Not just gifts, but more.
$45.47.
What's up? It's P. It's Aaron. Listen, that's my man from the right hand playing Ring, aka
we should get that incorporated. It's on the key. I like the 45, 47, 64, 34.
We was about to say you gotta change the numbers up though.
Yeah, I'm saying I changed the thing, sir. Yeah, see, I like that. See, I got my water. I'm good. I got my chair. I'm in there.
Sir. It's water.
Water.
No, whatever. Listen, we gave you our preview for tomorrow Eagles Vikings game. It's not looking good. But listen, real quick, I wanted to talk about with the trade deadline coming up. Now I know we've been shooting at, we've been talking about Alshon Jeffrey, just other players, but there's one guy. He's in a crowded wide receiver group.
Okay. And you give mine. I have one as well. Go ahead.
And he's kind of not. I don't know if he's falling out of favor with this guy. He's an old style head coach.
Okay.
Has ties in Philly. Was a Temple coach, and that's Michael Floyd. Number 15 out of Arizona. First round pick. I mean, he has skills. He may not cost you a lot, 4th, 5th round pick, because, I mean, the biggest group, like we talked about, that we're worried about going into tomorrow's game is really our wide receivers can't get open on man-to-man coverage. They can't beat it. Aguilar can't beat it.
No.
DGB can beat it. With his size.
He's learning the system still.
Right, learning the system still. So, I mean, you really don't have it, and I think that would be a boost overall. And because Michael Floyd was a number 2 next to Larry Fitzgerald, who's a Hall of Famer.
Okay.
At some point, you know he's going in the can. He's going to have that bust.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, shooting out to Michael Floyd, hey, how you want to pick up the phone? I know Arizona and Bruce Arians and them may be a little mad at you that you should have gone for the head coaching position. But, hey, you are from a 5th round pick.
So you're saying you like Michael Floyd?
Okay. Because, look, you got J.J. Nelson, you got Jerron Nelson, you got John Brown. No, Jerron Brown, John Brown.
Right, Jerron.
You know what I mean?
John Brown has, I just found out he has sickle cell.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just found out yesterday,
Wow, I didn't know he had the trait. So then, but you see Floyd's snaps starting to come down.
Yes.
Floyd's snaps are starting to come down. J.J. Nelson's taking some of that. Jerron Brown's taking some of that. Okay. So you never know. What the worst thing they can do is tell you no.
I mean, that's interesting. I mean, honestly, do you want to bring another wide receiver over in the middle of the season? He still has to learn the system.
But he can beat man to man.
Yeah, that's very true. That's a good point. I mean, that's something to put on in the parking lot. That's something. But my actual trade aspiration, and I kind of want to see how this game plays out. If it doesn't play out well, then you make the move.
Right.
It's Joe Thomas, Cleveland Browns, 9-time
They
Pro
want
Bowler.
more than just 1 round pick.
Nah, I think they'll do it for a 4th rounder. I can guarantee they'll do it for a 4th rounder. I think they will.
At the beginning of the season, they wanted multiple
right.
first
But
round
I think
picks.
right now, the writing's on the wall that he's getting older.
Right.
You want to get something for him, and again, this is the Moneyball guy.
Right.
This is the GM for Cleveland, is a Moneyball guy, so he's trying to get all the assets he can to make the big splash. Because this year, right now, this is make or break for them as far as draft.
Yeah, because they lost Alex Mack to Atlanta.
Exactly.
So that's why Mack has been huge.
That's my point. This right now. This Lane Johnson thing could be a blessing in disguise for us because you pick up a 9-time Pro Bowler who's a stud on the line. You can plug him in at the right tackle. You keep everybody. You keep Brooks where he's at. You keep Barbie where he's at, and hopefully you get rid of Kelsey.
But and the thing is too.
But what I'm saying is, you bring in Thomas, you bring in that camaraderie, and then basically you solidify your line. Your line's solidified.
Not only for this rest of this season, but you have to start thinking about if you can count on Lane moving forward. Yeah, because the next time he does this, he's going for 2 years.
So that's what I'm saying. I think right now,
and essentially that would be the end of his Eagles career.
Exactly. So Howie Roseman really needs to think about this and think. This game is very important on so many levels.
They have to win the game first.
They have to win the game first, of course, because you want to stay on top. You want to stay on top in that race because the Cowboys right now is churning. But this game is very important to see how the line looks, how Big V looks. If Big V doesn't look well, I'm telling you guys, look for Joe Thomas to be in the Eagles green.
All right, so listen, let's jump into it with our picks. And we're gonna go. I'm gonna go real quick.
We're going college first.
Yeah, going college first.
Yeah, we got 2 games.
So you got NC State at Louisville. 4-2 and 5-1.
Now NC State shouldn't have lost that game last week.
Right.
Against Clemson, which was a great game. I texted you, and I think when I texted you, NC State was getting ready to win the game.
Right.
And NC State with 3 seconds left missed the field goal that could have won the game, and then they went to overtime.
Right.
And then actually Clemson won the game. But I really think Louisville wins big. This is another game for Jackson, who I really like a lot. I've been talking about him the last couple weeks.
Listen,
quarterback from Louisville.
We got hollered at. You didn't know we got hollered at.
Why?
Because we went out of order, sir.
We did.
Yes. You know who time zone is earlier than us. The first game we should have did was the Rams and the Giants.
Okay, well, we can switch back. That's no problem. See, listen. We work it out.
Yeah, we work it out, man.
We work it out. So we'll come back to it.
Rams and Giants.
We'll go NFL first. In London.
In London, 9:30 in the morning.
Okay, you watching it?
I'm going to watch it with a cup of tea. So, no, actually, I'll be bowling this, so I'll be able to watch it at the bowling alley. But look, I'm going to go with the Rams here. I think the defense is playing well. Case Keenum's playing well. He had 4 touchdowns in Detroit. Gurley's finally starting to get going. It's susceptible with Brian Quick and Kenny Britt.
Okay.
I like him. I like Alec Ogletree, Aaron Donald with that offensive line in New York.
Mm-hmm.
And let's be honest, they won that game last week against Baltimore in a miracle play off the effort of one player, and that was ODB.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he's supposed to do, though.
That's what he's supposed to do.
That's what he's supposed to do. But I don't think that you'll have that here. I'm going with the Rams. Score, I'm gonna say 24-17.
Okay. I'm actually going with the Rams as well. I think the Rams, right now, defensively, they're looking well. I think Gurley has a big day. Gurley has about 120 yards, maybe 2 touchdowns.
Right.
They control the clock, run the ball. I think, and this is funny because this is the game that a year or so ago where the whole situation with Odell, with other players having issues, started with the Rams. Yeah. And there's been a lot of talk with T.J. McDonald saying if he hits them in the open, it's going to be a hard hit. So there's a lot of things going on the backside.
Boy out, boy.
Exactly. So there's a lot of things going on the backside, a lot of talk. So I'm gonna go with the Rams. I'm gonna say 27-17 Rams. Okay.
Keith, throw the next game up, Keith. Yes.
There we go.
I think this is a Sunday night game.
Yeah.
Sunday night
Big
football.
Game.
Sunday night football. Last Sunday night football game was horrible.
No fly zone. Oh, it's
Houston.
No fly zone versus Legion of Doom.
Legion of Doom.
Oh,
Legion of Boom.
Legion of Boom. Yes.
Legion of Boom.
LOB.
I'm going with Seattle. They're starting to hit their stride. Quiet as kept. I think they're 4-1.
Offhand, yes, I think you're right.
4-1. Mm-hmm. I think they're 4-1. So look, man.
Very quiet 4-1.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Very quiet 4-1. I mean, yeah, we had the call with Julio and maybe the non-call and the pass interference, but they both was jockeying for the ball. I mean, that's in Seattle, Atlanta. You can't expect to get that call, man. You can't expect to get that call in Seattle at home. Look, Jimmy Graham starting to get involved. Shout out to Jimmy Graham, giving me some fantasy points consistently. I just need you to find the end zone, sir. Christine Michael, I like that as well. Quiet as kept. They have C.J. Spiller. Doug Baldwin getting incorporated. But just that. Now, big is if Cam Chancellor can play or not.
Yeah, he's been out the last couple of weeks, they were saying.
Yeah, so with the groin, but they still been catching it. But listen, people don't realize this is David Johnson's team. So, yeah, you have the corners to be able to contain Larry Fitzgerald. And you still have Earl Thomas, even if Cam Chancellor is out. The biggest thing is the Cardinals are going to win this game, which I do not think they will, is Carson Palmer. You know what I mean? And he's regressed.
Yeah, consistent. Very consistent. He's not the same player he was.
He's regressed a lot.
You know, I don't know if it's age or whether just he's still injured from that finger. Or I don't know what it is. So you got, what's the score for that?
Seattle, Seattle can put a point sneaky.
Nah.
I'm going to go 28-24.
Okay.
28-24 Seattle.
All right, big game. Cardinals and Seahawks, big rivalry game. No fly zone, like I said, LOB. Right. It's gonna be a tight game. But I mean, these type of division games, you just never know. Could be low scoring game, could be high scoring game, as you said. They're sneakily 4-1, which is shocking. You know, David Johnson's a bad boy, man. He's a bad man.
He's the only option they gotta stop.
He's the only option, but you never know. Larry Fitzgerald, man. Larry Fitzgerald's one of those guys. Even though he has quiet games here, he might have a big 100-yard game. So
I don't think that's going to be enough. You need more than one facet to beat.
You do, but Seattle. I mean, again, you got to throw everything out. This is a rivalry. And anytime you talk about a rivalry, you got to throw a lot of things out, man. I mean, this could be the game that Carson Palmer does come back and show a little something.
But will it?
I'm gonna go Cardinals. I'm gonna go Cardinals, and it's at Arizona.
The last time you bet, matter of fact,
hold on. Let me just my pick.
You still ain't paid your bet the last time you bet on the Cardinals.
I'm working on something. I didn't forget. But I'm thinking the Cardinals this one. I think they stick it out. I'm thinking 27-24. It's real tight, but I go to Cardinals.
Okay. I think next on our sheet was Saints versus Chiefs in Kansas City. Listen, it's outside. And Brandon Cooks, I love him as a fantasy player. He's on my team. But when he gets outside, he don't do nothing.
Yeah.
When Drew Brees gets outside,
he's on that fast track.
He don't do
fast
that.
Track, yeah.
And listen, that boy Justin Houston is starting to practice again. He's close. This is going to be Jamal Charles' third game in a row. Actually, I think Charles may be out. Because I know they
swelling.
They set him out of practice, but you still got Spencer Ware, Charkandre West in that defense, Marcus Peters.
And they're not even full strength yet.
No.
They're not even full strength.
Andy Reid's playing with half a deck. And listen, I'm just
and they won that big game against the Raiders, which was a big game for them.
Yeah, but it was off the bye. Andy Reid surprisingly is 15-2 off the bye. Off the bye, you don't want to see that man. Nah. So I'm going with Kansas City. I don't. This could be a blowout. I want to say I'm probably going to say.
Yeah, I think I'm going to piggyback.
31-17.
I'm gonna say Kansas City as well. I mean, just Big Red coming off the bye. The defense, even though they're not full strength, they're still going. They're at home. They got their home cooking going.
Yeah, man.
Drew Brees is not the same player on the road, outside, outdoors.
And so I think it's gonna be nasty too.
It's gonna be nasty probably. Then look at Marcus Peters, cornerback from KC, who's a stud.
People do not understand.
Look out for this kid. This kid is the real deal.
In that draft,
real deal.
Was it 2015?
2015.
2015. I remember we picked 20th.
Right.
I'm like. Peters you had Trey Waynes, you had so many other corners in that draft that they thought was very deep. And I was like, look, Marcus Peters is the best one. But he had off the field issues. I was crossing my fingers that he got the 20.
Even though people have these off field issues, man, sometimes you gotta just take that guy, man. Take a chance.
Talent is talent.
Talent is talent. And that was one of the problems with Chip. But back to the game. I just think he's gonna have a nice game. I'm thinking at least one pick six.
Right.
So I'm going KC all the way. I'm going 31-17.
Okay. That's the same score there.
Yeah, 31-17.
What's the next game on the docket, Keith?
Your boy.
The GOAT.
Did you stop saying that?
He's the GOAT, man.
He's not the GOAT. Stop it.
Listen, all right,
Joe Montana, man.
What? Either him or Belichick is the GOAT. Which one?
I'm not going to say that, man. I can't say that.
He got all hot flustered over there. I'm
because
nice. I'm cozy. I got my sweater on. I'm good.
I respect him.
All right, so break down this game for you. I'm gonna let you go first. Break down the game.
And they have 2 championships, not 4.
Break down the
asterisks. Game. Anyway, got me all flustered now, man.
Yeah.
It's a tough game, man. But I mean, I'm not gonna bet against the hoodie. I mean, Ben Roethlisberger is out. Yeah. Landry Jones is in. Even though Le'Veon Bell is there, just Patriots just always find a way to win, man. And this is a home game for them, right?
Who?
Is that home?
It's in Pittsburgh.
I mean, it doesn't even matter right now. I mean,
they beat Pittsburgh, I think, 2 years in a row.
Marty B's balling that tight end. Right. Gronk is there. Blunt is there. I mean, they got all the boys there. I'm going New England. Yeah. 34-20. It's too much. It's too much.
All right, look, I'm going to pick this game. Shout out to my boy Ryan. I ran into you. iGrind Apparel. Make sure you go get that. He's going to be on Morning Coffee pretty soon. Trying to set that up now.
Okay.
Shout out to you. He's a big Patriots fan. Listen, the Patriots are what I want to say. They're not new to winning in Pittsburgh.
No,
they won the AFC Championship in 2001 in Pittsburgh, AFC Championship in 2004 in Pittsburgh.
No.
Tomorrow it's going to be the same thing in Pittsburgh. Even with Ben Roethlisberger, I think they would have beat him because
it would be tighter.
Listen, man, between Matt Patricia, Josh McDaniels, Bill Belichick, and his hatred for tablets. I don't know if you've seen that.
Oh, he hates tablets? I knew that.
Oh, my God. You have to watch it. It was like 6 minutes. He said the show unreliable.
Yeah.
But he's telling the truth. He's telling the truth. And then the NFL is trying to force you to do it because then Microsoft paid $400 million.
You know what? The NFL, and I know we're going to, I'm not going to do it. I'm waiting a little bit.
Go ahead.
You got to go. NFL's despicable, man. Despicable.
So, honestly, I don't know what the score is going to be. With Gronk coming back, really getting in the stride. Martellus, he's no Aaron Hernandez, but he's also not a killer as well. So, I went there. Martellus Bennett and Gronk, and then you got Chris Hogan.
It's just too much.
It's too much.
It's too much.
Yeah, it's just and the defense. I don't think Ryan Shazier is going to play. Stephon Tuitt may not play.
And how about the Steelers? They're just not the team we thought they were. They're not.
Yeah, but they cost me my suicide pick last week.
They're not, man. They're not the team. They got blown up by the Dolphins.
Yeah, they call me. They're
just not. They're not the team we thought they were. They're not.
I mean, not. And then AJ Ajayi had 240 some odd yards.
Yeah.
But listen, and that's it. I think is that the last NFL game, Keith?
Well, one more, I think. Texans and Broncos.
Texans and Broncos Monday night.
Texans choking these big games, man. I don't
Well,
know
it's
what it is.
Osweiler coming back with that long ass release. But listen, man.
All I know is he backed that truck up.
Put the ski mask on there, boy.
Put the ski mask on and said, "Give me your money."
Rob
them blind.
7 games turned.
I'm just checking. Can I get a contract, please? Can I get a contract? Because there's a lot of people stealing money out there. There's a lot of frauds out there.
Yeah.
He's one.
Yeah.
Let's keep it real.
Yeah. I mean, I like this game. Gary Kubiak's coming back. Devontae Booker's going to have a lot of touches. He's going to spell C.J. Anderson a little bit. The defense of Denver. They lost on Thursday night. They have 10 days to prepare for this game.
Oh, this is going to be a blowout.
I don't know, be a blowout.
No, it's going to be a blowout. I'm calling it now.
Yeah. Denver going to win.
No J.J. Watt.
No J.J. Watt. I mean, they still got Vince Wilfork, but
they still got Vince Wilfork.
They got Jadeveon Clowney. I think
he's not living up to what they thought he was going to be. No. I don't know if he's hurt.
Right.
He's just not getting it. Some people just don't make that transition from college to the NFL.
Well, they're not going to make a transition from 2 wins to 1 win to 2
It's going to be a loss.
It's going to be a loss.
34-17.
Broncos. Yeah, put your L's up.
Put the L's up. In that air, it's a wrap.
Now, look, finally, the next game.
We're back.
NC State, Louisville, on the road, Lamar Jackson.
Louisville all day.
Louisville all day. It's home. It's in Louisville.
7 touchdowns combined. I'm calling it now.
For Jackson?
Yep.
You give me, what, 49-35?
Four throwing touchdowns, 3 running.
So that means they're going to score 49 points.
Yes.
And what do you think NC State's going to score?
I'm gonna say 20. I'm gonna say 24.
Okay. 49 points. Yeah, I mean, that number 7 ranked team. They lost to Clemson, who Clemson did really look good the last win. So NC State, I mean, Louisville's still trying to make that claim to be in the playoffs. And then, I mean, I think they'll win it. It's really a lot of times it's where this game is at. But I think this is one of those games, no matter where it's played, either NC State or in Louisville. I think Louisville is a better team. I think they'll win. But that game tonight.
Which one is that?
Trevor Knight.
Trevor Knight is right.
Texas A&M.
You're looking tight.
Going against Bam and them boys.
You may be frightened.
Listen, until somebody can do it, I'm not going against Bam.
Well, he did beat them bad when he was with Oklahoma. Everyone does remember that. In the Sugar Bowl 2 years ago, what happened?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a different team, different circumstances.
Yeah, but Bama's defense. Oh.
Yeah, Bama defense is, those Bama boys are really serious.
And look, people
really
been talking about it for the last 2 weeks. At this time, they're already saying Nick Saban is the greatest coach in college of all time.
Better than Bear Bryant?
All time. All time. Of all times.
All
man.
time.
All time.
I mean, you can't bet against Bama. It is at home.
It's in Tuscaloosa.
It's in Tuscaloosa. I mean, it's just Bama all day, man.
Yeah, I can't.
Bama all day.
I don't even. You can't even break this down. We can't even break it down in technical aspects because I don't see it. Like, there's nothing you can tell me until somebody.
Because it's like when you break it down, you bet against them. That's when they just polarize the opponent.
This is the best analogy I can give.
Okay.
When Mike Tyson was in his heyday, until James Buster Douglas beat him, and you asked anybody who it was that was fighting Mike Tyson, who gonna win? Tyson. Why? I don't know. Just because. Just because.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like it's like that now. It's like that now with Alabama. Who gonna win? Bama. Why?
It's Bama.
It's just Bama. That's it. The defense is and they do it with defense.
And then
you got Jalen Hurts.
And then they got a quarterback that can run. They got a quarterback
They finally unleashed him last week.
And then it's just too much. It's too much to stop. Then they got a stud wide receiver. Really?
Doing too much.
Then they got the running back. Was Scarborough?
Yeah. Man, I'm happy.
Oh. I don't know if you know my brother's my oldest brother. His son. I don't know if you remember Irv Smith played for Notre Dame in the 80s. Played for New Orleans Saints as well as the 49ers from Pemberton, New Jersey. Local great. His son is playing right now for Alabama.
Really? Really?
Yeah, Irv Smith.
Right.
So watch out for him.
All right, listen, man. We told you we want to leave some extended time for the YGTG.
Yes.
Come up on the other side because it's a doozy. It's a good one. So, look, we're going to take a quick break. Come back for it.
Oh, man.
You know what I mean?
Let's do it.
And then I'm Pete. This is Aaron, Philly Sports Guys. Listen, real quick before we go to break for YGTG.
Yes.
I told y'all last week. 2 weeks ago, I think. I've been just telling y'all we've been trying to do big things.
Yes.
In this season.
Break it down.
This is the season to believe in. And I'm glad y'all believed in us because Anthony Coal Fire Pizza has heard your cries.
They heard us.
They heard your cries. Sunday, October 30th, between 5 and 8 p.m. Anthony's Coal Fire Pizza off of Route 38. We will be in the building. Dallas Eagles pregame show. Have a ton of people coming out. We want y'all to come out. We want you to support.
Yes.
And eat good. Eat good, drink good.
Some good food.
Good food, good specials,
we went there a couple weeks ago.
Yep, we'll be there.
Pizza.
Great hospital staff.
Watch the NFL games.
And look, watch at Cowboys Eagles. And
Eagles.
We've been playing good when we've been going Dallas. So they coming off the bye, they really feeling themselves. I saw Ezekiel Elliott on Lil Duval Snapchat.
Oh, you did?
Up in the strip club in Atlanta.
In the strip club?
Oh, my God, Atlanta strip clubs. Well, that's
another story. We keep PG-13. PG-13. We gotta go to break though.
We do.
Let's go to break.
All right. Well, we'll hype it up again. Anthony's Coal Fire Pizza, October 30th. Philly Sports Guys, Ready Vision Network. We're in the building.
Black. Come on. Fade black.
Sub some sizzle. This is the way. The way it's always been. The way it always should be. The way it always will be. Because that's just the way it's supposed to be. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Simply Gents, located in Marlton, New Jersey, takes care of all your grooming needs, including haircuts, straight razor shaves, massages, facial, manicures, pedicures, and waxing. To find more information or book an appointment, visit us online at www.simplygents.com. The secret weapon of a well-groomed man, Simply Gents.
If you haven't been to Speed Raceway, what are you waiting for? You want to live fast? You want to make every second count? Then grab the family. Round up the guys. Speed Raceway is 100,000 square feet of excitement, whether you're a kid or a kid at heart. Speed Raceway is the place for endless fun all summer long. Log on to speedraceway.com or just get here now.
When it's time for Jersey Mike's to make a really great sub, this is what we do. It's what we've been doing. It's what we've always done. It's what we'll always do. So what are you doing? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Today's show was brought to you by Alicia Kelly of White Horse RV Center in Williamstown, New Jersey. Alicia is your RV expert. Contact Alicia at alicia@whitehorserv.com or give her a call at 856-262-1717, extension 203. When you think of RV, think Alicia Kelly.
Today's show has been sponsored by Farmers Insurance in Voorhees, New Jersey. To protect your assets and the people you love, call Mike Skoranek, your local Farmers Insurance agent, at 856-336-2553.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Welcome back. Stop it with the fade to black.
Fade to black.
We just faded the white.
Fade to black. I got a song in my head, yo.
I'm
gonna debut it later on for y'all. Go ahead.
Listen, that's the song to go out, but what's the intro?
But I just like it though.
What's the intro though?
We here. We live.
Supposed to be looking at them.
We here.
Two.
We live.
Two shot.
We here. We live. All right, let's get to this.
All right, listen. The business
That's
at hand.
my rap career. Because nowadays this rap now you don't gotta make sense.
Nah, just make it.
Have
make
a good
catchy.
beat.
Make it catchy.
And that's it. Go ahead.
Cause they got songs about broccoli and.
Yeah, broccoli and cabbage and it's horrible.
Carrots and shit.
I don't know.
Listen. YGTG this week.
Oh man.
Earlier in the week, it was Cam Newton, but Cam Newton, go ahead and slide off.
He got trumped.
This is your second chance.
No pun intended. He got trumped.
He got trumped. I thought you had to. That's the face he made.
Yeah. Big thing. I just want to see the wall. He building the wall. This man been talking on the wall for a while.
Listen, so Cam Newton Listen, I know you up on the screen, and you got that look on your face. You got the loss. I like the hat you had on last week. But listen,
yeah, he's doing some different
Keith,
stuff.
you can take him down.
Yeah.
I don't know if you had this ready to go, but if you got a picture of NFL
We got
Josh Brown.
We got a Hall of Famer?
There you go.
Is he a Hall of Famer?
Supposedly to this guy right here.
I'm thinking right now he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he's a Hall of Famer for the wall, but not in a good way.
No, not in a good way.
But if you see this guy right here with this bald head, who's the only kicker that I never know to get tested positive for steroids, if I'm not mistaken. He big as hell. He lifted a lot. Remember he called
somebody else got caught. I can't remember who it was.
But he lifted a lot, and I understand. You know what I mean? You got to get out there, and you got somebody you got to dive at their feet. You want to block, feel big. But listen, the one thing you shouldn't do to lift weights is beat on your wife.
You never should be on your wife. Never.
Listen, we don't try. We try to stay away from all that, and we know the sports is an outlet. But when the two combine and they come together,
we got to talk about it.
We got to talk about it.
Listen,
the most disturbing thing about this, is, and this is the thing, and I want to go into the mindset and the psyche of us as people now when we view domestic violence, especially by athletes. The reason why this is so bad is before the Ray Rice situation happened, because when Ray Rice got suspended for 2 games, people was like, okay. What made it worse was the video, is what you saw.
Right.
So now when you see Josh Brown and he's been accused of domestic violence, you automatically think you didn't know how to correlate that to an image. Now you see that. So you see, all right, Josh Brown abused his wife. You automatically think him, elevator, hitting his wife like that.
Yeah.
And you see
now that's the face. That's the face now. We always see.
You see, that was such a violent act, but it's not so much that he did it physically wise. It's also a lot of times domestic violence can be the mental abuse.
Yes.
Now, he really looked down on his wife as an inferior object and subject. Like he said, "I'm God, she's my slave."
Which is just it's.
I don't understand that.
It's despicable. Like. I mean, there's so many. If you look at the whole situation, the whole spectrum of everything.
Yes, there's
so many people involved. There's so many people that's wrong in the situation. More importantly, I mean, and I'm just going to dive into the NFL. You're finding players for not wearing their socks up. You're finding players for not wearing the right cleats, $5,000. You're finding players for shooting the football into a basket and giving penalties, stuff like that. But when it comes to domestic violence, you're not stepping up. This man, he beat his wife last year at the Pro Bowl, and you guys swept under the rug. It's ridiculous how the NFL is hypocritical. And I'm sorry, I'm just going to be honest, they're hypocritical. And they're just as wrong as he is because they covered the whole situation up. And now that it's brought to light, you only gave him one game in August.
It's Ray Rice all over again.
It's Ray Rice all over again. Now you want to say, okay, we're gonna deal with it.
Reevaluate.
You knew about the journal, and now you're saying you didn't know anything about it. You knew about the journal. The journal actually documented everything that happened. NFL saying they didn't know about it, that's a lie. NFL knew about it, and also the Giants are despicable too because they knew about it as well.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Yeah, I mean, you took it. I mean, I'll go into a little bit more specifics where the NFL is like, look, you have your own special clandestine operations. If people out there that don't know what clandestine means, it means spy operations.
That was good. I like that.
Or covert.
You can read
your covert investigation team where you can find this information out.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So, Goodell, listen, man. Even if you didn't do it, you are the subject because we look at you and you making $40 million and yet you spent $5 million on a Wells report for some damn deflated footballs. You rushing to suspend players for PEDs and marijuana use when you giving this dude off the hook for beating his wife and thinking that she is a slave.
But you know why? Because they're in bed with pharmaceutical companies. Go ahead. I'll let you finish. That's another subject.
Probably right. You're probably right. But listen, I just don't understand how you pick and choose where you stand. Since I can't pick and choose what laws I want to abide by in front of a cop. I can't pick and choose what bills I want to pay for my lights to get off.
You're preaching on the message.
So you shouldn't pick and damn choose on who you suspend and what not. If it's an offense, it's an offense. And the Giants, Mara family, you can't sit here and say after you read up his contract, we don't know what we're going to do in a Josh Brown situation. It's too early to tell. He admitted he was wrong. He admitted he hit his wife. And don't change the damn fact that he hit his wife. He has a problem. I'm not saying distance yourself from him as a person, but you sure as hell need to distance yourself from his being a player in the organization. You can still support him, but support him from a distance. You can still throw money his way. Make sure he gets the treatment he deserves. Make sure he gets the therapy he deserves. But in all of this, right? This just came to me. Light bulb, all this. Nobody's talking about the wife. Nobody's talking about all the support for her. Where's her support? She the one who's the victim. She's the one who's going through it. I see all the support for Josh Brown.
She went through it from 2009 to 2016.
Are they still together?
No, they're just actually about to get divorced.
Jesus.
I mean, like it's just the whole. It's sad because there's so many parties in the situation that's wrong, and
it's a failure. Giants, it's a failure of authority.
And one thing I want to say is, when the Ray Rice situation came out, a lot of owners spoke up about it and said it was wrong. But Mayer was one of the ones that was talking. He said how it's despicable, and we don't stand up for this, and we will never allow nothing like this to happen here in the NFL. Now in the NFL, but my organization, and you let it happen, and you knew about it, but you didn't do anything about it.
Right, and then now they signed Robbie Gould, ex-kicker from Chicago,
right, which is a good
but they don't want to commit. They don't want to commit to distancing themselves from Josh Brown and sever that relationship.
Here's right now they're in a panic mode. Everyone's in panic mode. Giants in a panic mode, and the NFL's in panic mode. So they're going to sweep it. What they're going to do is they're going to sweep under the rug. They're in London right now, so they're going to wait until after the London thing's done. And from what I understand, Tuesday they're going to address it. And you watch how they start peddling everything back and saying, and they start distancing themselves.
This is my thing.
Watch.
I can agree with you. It's easier to ask for forgiveness than permission.
Right.
You know what I mean? You should have just cut as soon as it comes out. This is why I love it. This is why I love the WWE. You see what I'm saying? When the stuff with Hulk Hogan came out, boom, done. It's over with. It's a wrap. You're gone. They distance themselves. It's easier to come back after the fact, after all the information's come out. As soon as you heard about Josh Brown, Mara family, I forget who is.
Wait a minute, he getting paid.
Yeah,
let's talk about that. He's getting paid. Let's talk about that. And I'm gonna cut short, Pete, but he's getting paid. Now, what job do you know that you commit an egregious act like that you get paid from it? A lot of times you're getting fired. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm done.
I mean, really, man, that's bad. Like and I feel like I said, ultimately the worst person I feel for is the wife. I don't know your name, but you look to all these people to be able to protect you. You don't look for your. No, that's the time. Our time is up.
Okay,
our time is up. Right. Our time is up. But listen, real quick before we get out of here,
man. Got it all excited.
To the ex-wife of Josh Brown.
Yes.
Prayers be with you. I hope you can move on from this. I know it's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
And I hope you find trusted men again. And Josh Brown, man, listen, I don't care what it is. If you were sitting here right in front of me right now, dude, I would smash you in the face.
I mean, listen.
Point blank and simple. I know we don't want violence with violence. You can't give me no good reason why you would want to put your hands on your wife.
That's despicable. But the bottom line is he's got to get the help. More importantly,
but what help?
He's got to get some help. He's got to get help, man. He's got to be able to deal with that. Because at the end of the day, he's still got to raise his kids. He's got 3 kids.
He got 3 kids.
So you got. So at the end of the day, you got to get your help because this.
Is any of his kids daughters?
I don't know offhand. I don't want to quote myself wrong. But at the end of the day, this trickles down to everything. This could trickle down to you abusing your kids. God forbid. So the most important thing is
kids becoming abused or abusers.
Exactly. So the most important thing is him getting treatment. So we got hope and pray he gets his treatment. But at the end of the day, he's got to go. He's got to be on the Hall of Fame.
He's got to go. The Giants got to go right now. I can't even do it,
NFL's got to go. And NFL is so hypocritical right now. No wonder the ratings are down right now because the NFL is doing so many things. It's just too much. They got to go.
And any Giants fans that you want to put them behind or you want to distance yourself from them, sit in limbo, man. I stand up. I salute you.
Yeah.
Take a stand. This is what your organization is standing for right now. And it's not right. It's not right. They have to understand that they just can't really and come freely and do whatever they want to do. This is not that type. This is not a communist. This is democracy. They make their money off of you going, the tickets, the merchandise, and all that. Listen, take a stand.
Well,
I know I would.
They're going to just, like I said, and we got to go, but they're going to distance themselves at, watch, Tuesday, Wednesday, you're going to hear a report. Now, they already have him on the suspension list, the owner's exemption list where he gets paid. But watch what I tell you, he will be getting cut this week. Guaranteed.
He been cutting. This is also why they will lose the game on Sunday. This is way too much going on.
It's too much.
The players got to answer to it.
It's a distraction.
Yeah, the players got to answer to it. The coaches got to answer to it, man. It's just too much. Listen, for that, I'm Pete. This is Aaron.
Yes.
This is it. This has been another week episode.
People come
next
out.
Week.
Support.
Listen, we are still doing. I think we're still doing the show Saturday on the 29th. I'm not sure. We might as well double dip.
We're gonna do Sunday.
We're gonna do Sunday.
We gotta get ready. This is game day for us. We gotta get ready.
Listen, be up. Make sure you follow us on Philly Sports Guys on Facebook as we pump up the volume on our event coming up.
Yes.
Make sure you guys come out and support Andy's Cold Fire Pizza off of Route 38. It's like literally 5 minutes away from the studios.
Not even that.
From the Radio Vision Network studios. That's where we brought to you live every week.
Yes.
But we're just gonna move the location. Cowboys, Eagles. We'll jump into it.
We're gonna change it up a little bit.
And then we'll win tomorrow. Go Birds. EAGLES Eagles.
We're gonna win tomorrow?
Yeah, I hope.
You hope. I hope. I'm thinking.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. See who gonna win.
Like
1, 2. Hey, how you not play?
Yo, I can't play that. I never can play that game.
1, 2, 3, shoot.
All right, go ahead.
1, 2, 3, shoot. You get the pick. We gonna win?
We gonna win.
Okay, there you go. Go ahead. Do your song. Do your dumb song.
Keith.